Good morning. We got to apologize. The internet gremlins are being very busy today. I don't know why it is, why it is, but we're going to keep going. Hopefully, y'all can see us on the other side. Uh, but when I say technical difficulties are happening, our
Understatement.
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 Our producer Marcus Holmes in the background, he was having trouble, so I'm trying to run it from my side, and it started acting crazy on my side. But it say live, so we gonna trust that it's live and it's going out there. If not, it might be live on Memorex, and we'll keep showing it throughout the weekend and the week like we always do. And we want to say thank you for showing up, and we gonna get right on to it. Today is February 10th, 2024. Is that right? Yeah, the 10th, 2024. A Saturday. Thank you for joining once again. Thank you, my co-host. How you doing over there, sir?
All right, man. Blessed to be here another Saturday with you, man. Every day above ground is a good day, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. And we're going to jump right to our topic of the week, which actually was the second topic of the week. The topic of the week is Super Bowl. And we're going to save our Super Bowl talk to, we're going to still give it a full segment, but it's going to be second. We're going to talk about the topic of the week being, should Black History Month be included in sports? What you think, sir? Is that a yes or no for you?
I mean, in what area? Are you saying sports all around? Do you mean basketball, football, baseball? What you mean?
All of them, because it's at some point we still having first. We still having the first person doing this, the first person doing that in different sports. First African American of male or female, and here it is, 2024. So I would say all sports.
That's a big plateau, man. I'm gonna say, yeah, because everything needs change, right? Yeah. Why not? Shoot for it.
My answer is yes if it's sincere.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of the things that they've done in the past has been very, very insincere. Because it's not a new topic, and it's been getting a lot of traction lately.
Right.
From in the media, especially of course, because one, it sells. Anytime it's anything that's controversial is going to sell in the media, and then then you can politicize it and call it woke culture. Even though you watching, you still woke culture to you. It's a lot of naysayers on both sides. I know it kind of reawoken with the loss of George Floyd when he passed, and a lot of it really picked up again. Starting with the taking of the knee in the NBA, they shut down the games, and when they were in the bubble, they put the slogans on the jersey, slogans on the floor, and they really started. They were already doing the MLK games, but they really started highlighting the MLK games, even though that's in January. Baseball had probably the most detractors. Well, one guy was pretty much very, very outspoken in Sam Coonrod. He was a pitcher, and he said it was against my religion to take a knee. And right after that, he got hurt, and he's been in and out of baseball ever since. I'm not saying that that was related to it, but that's what happened with him. NHL has done things. I think the group that's taking the toughest stand is easily the NASCAR, and in terms of removing the Southern flags and just the biggest stand totally, I think, has probably been NASCAR. And you got a Bubba Wallace down there, and he had a noose hung in his garage, and FBI came in and investigated, and of course the investigation was in this, well, it was this, but it really wasn't this, but it was that, that sort of thing. Right. And I really applaud NASCAR because they've been the toughest. And of course, we talk about NFL. They put slogans on the field. And they put them on the back of the thing on the helmet. And they've done things like sing, lift every voice and sing before the games, even before the Super Bowl. They've had different people sing it. And I've always thought that the NFL did it as a joke. I always thought they were like, well, we need to do something. And I always felt like they were in those NFL meetings like, hey, guess what? Why don't we do this? Oh, no, you're joking. Sure, let's do it. Make a whole big commercial about with the singing the national anthem, the Black national anthem by James Weldon Johnson. So I don't know about you, but I remember singing that in every assembly. I don't care what it was. we were singing that one first, and then we sang everything else. But that came up first. No matter what, we were singing. To this day, I still remember every word because we had to sing it at Angel Elementary. We were singing Black National Anthem. We lift every voice and sing. So we got some people coming in saying hello, fellas. Automobile Observer on Facebook. So I'm sorry, on YouTube. So we know that YouTube is working. So and we got a couple people we reached out to. So I told Felix I'm gonna start looking at it a little differently. I can see it on my Facebook side of my phone, but I'm on the computer. I see it on YouTube, and that's pretty cool. That's working. So I do see it. So I guess a good way of monitoring ourselves and making sure, because we link all of them together and we got people come in. So it's kind of surreal a little bit to see yourself on the screen on a little delay while we're talking. All right. So what do you think? What do you know what they plan for tomorrow? Do you think they're going to do anything for Black History Month for the Super Bowl?
Oh man, it's a Super Bowl. They're not gonna, even though it coincides with Black History Month, they're not gonna. No, they didn't do nothing last year, did they?
They did do they every year for the last 2 or 3 years. I want to say they've done the lift every voice and sing before the game. They do it. The first year they did it in right when they did the regular national anthem. They've done it now before, like they they have the off sites where people watch the game in the city. They've done it there. I don't know. I haven't seen the run of show for the Super Bowl yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably do that again tomorrow. They've had Mary singing in the past, and so it's a big deal. But in terms of when I say Black History Month, should there be like in the middle of the game, should they stop the not on to stop the game, but on the commercial, so they come in and say, this year this and this happened, we want to highlight this Black History in America. I've seen that. Should they be doing that? That's basically what I was trying to get at.
Well, they was doing that all this week on First Take. They was letting in time in history that this person was the first African American to say this and that and that. But I guess the realization is it's only 28 days, right? And then we'll be talking about spring. So it's like we only are good as a people for 28 or 29 days. Well, this year it's 29 because of the leap year. But what I'm saying is once February 29th is vanished, then it's going to be, okay, let's move on to spring. And then till next February come. So it's like we only are irrelevant as a people for 1 month, right? So where you asked earlier in the show, should we celebrate Black history in sports more? I don't know if that's going to make us more relevant, because right now they're like, well, you're getting the month of February, right? It's like, like that's the token prize or something. And it's like, okay, well, what about it's 12 months in a year. So what about the other 11? And it's like, it's no existence until February, right? Because soon as February comes, you start seeing the pictures of Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth and Dr. King and all this. And now you want to collaborate and celebrate with the Black history jerseys or whatever. Okay, well, what about the other 11 days in the year? It's like, okay, well, like I said, it's going to be, we got an early spring. So that goes back onto the back shelf till next February.
All right, then of course we got Juneteenth. The Juneteenth bandwagon will come around. People have been arguing about that when people got into a nice little discussion at my job last year, and the discussion was amongst African Americans, as opposed to what we should be doing more at the job, and where the Juneteenth flags in the building, and they put the flags up for everybody else. So I was in the middle of that one last year. So it's ongoing, but in different ways and different levels. Correct. So I think it's a great topic that we should definitely dive into. But in terms of how is it okay? At the end of the day, Black history is American history, and and it was in terms of we started looking at sports. The first thing they did on February 1st was promote that everybody going to go get the Jason Kelsey haircut with basically a bald fade. And bald fade, I've been getting bald fade for part of my life. I'm in my 50s. I've been getting a ball fade since I, in my teens. But now it's Jason Kelsey. And we're gonna take Jason Kelsey and put him take his picture and put him on the barbershop wall. Is he gonna be the number one now? And I like Jason Kelsey. In fact, first thing he said was, no, don't put that on me. I just like his haircut. So those are ways that take those out there that know how spin it. So it can be used in ways that they want to use it and repurpose it so it'll be more mainstream and watered down as opposed to the full message.
But
well, I'm interested to see what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that I would love to see somebody score a touchdown and give the Olympic fist with the head down. I would love to see that. Of course, you can't have props out on the field. Maybe they got it on the sideline. You can't do it out in the middle of the field like they used to. All right. Once again, click like, click share. Let everybody know that we are here. And I'm trying to find a book. Where did we go? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. There it is. Gratefulness Journey Every Day by Mr. Marcus Holm right here. All right. And he is with us, but he was having technical difficulties on my side, so I'm running from my side today. We won't have a lot of the graphics and everything like that. If I can quickly find it, we probably won't even have a pause for the calls this week. We just gonna jump right into Stupid Sports News, but that's all right. We here. Sometimes you just got to keep going with what it is. Let them know that we here, and it's a beautiful day wherever you are, even if it's raining, if it's sun is shining, if it's snowing, if it's cold, if it's warm, it's beautiful because we're here to see it. And let people know, hey, you can put YouTube up on your TV while you're cleaning up, or even if you're just sitting around, even if you're still scrolling your phone, you can have us in the background on one of your devices. Because oftentimes you got one or two devices in your presence at all times. You're on your phone scrolling something while you're on your TV, your smart TV. Put us on the smart TV and keep on scrolling your phone. But we in the background, one way or the other. We want you to be here with us and call your cousin now. Tell mom and them why they over there setting up the barbecue pit for the game tomorrow. Because everybody getting ready to cook. I know y'all getting ready to cook. So put us on in the background and let us know. Let them know how we're doing. All right, we're going to move on forward to the next topic. Next topic we have is the actual NFL. So we're going to jump right into our Super Bowl coverage. Chiefs versus 49ers. Last week I dubbed it the Boogeyman versus Mr. Irrelevant, who's now Mr. Relevant. We got the Swifties versus the 10th best player on this team, as said by Cam Newton. State Farm versus the Moxie of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's been doing a pretty good job over the last couple seasons. And let's jump right into it. What you think, man? What kind of game you think we're going to have tomorrow?
I think you're going to have an up and down the field clash between two Titans. I think at the end, experience is going to prevail. So if you kind of know where I'm going, you already kind of know where my pick is. But I mean, okay, even if he do lose, right? This dude been counted out from the jump, right? So he didn't beat all the naysayers. Even if he lose. Nah, the sad thing is, Cal might have to pick up the phone and call the dad, man, and see what the problem is. Because Mike got two. He went back to back. If John don't retire, they do a three-peat. Nobody was gonna beat the Denver Broncos that third time around. But John retired. They had to rely on Bubby Brister. And then it went from that to Brian Greasy. It just went downhill. So I'm just saying, if he don't come through this time, you gotta call Pops and ask Pops what I'm doing wrong. Because Mike plugged anybody in that backfield, and it was a 1,000-yard rusher. Terrell Davis, Rubens out of Oregon. He put anybody back there, and it was a 1,000-yard rush. So you're gonna have to call Pops after this one. Be like, Dad, what I'm doing wrong?
I'm pretty sure he's already talked to Pops. He might not have liked the advice he got because we tend not to like it, even though it might be right. I'm pretty sure he already called Pops, and we're gonna see. I think first of all, I like the inclusion of the women. We talk about the Swifties being out there. They've got what they've been accountable to over 330 million, almost $350 million worth of sales, and a lot more eyes are going to be. They said that a lot more women are going to watch now because of the advent of Taylor Swift and Jason Kelce dating. Because of that, and how she will be flying from her show so many hours to get to the game, and she had to go back to do some more shows. Is it China or Japan? Excuse me, I forget which one it is. They were gotta go. She got to go, but she's gonna be there to support her man. And how the one player's wife she has a deal now with the NFL for licensing because she took the jersey and made the coat for Taylor Swift, and people cashing in that way. And so I agree with you. It's going to be one of the best games in a long time, in my opinion. I see a lot of haymakers and counterpunches.
The relationship they have is a clown show. And I tell you why. Before she started dating Travis Kelce, who was she? She was just a Swiftie, right? She was just Taylor Swift, the singer, whatever. When I look at this relationship, I look at their relationship like Puffy and J-Lo. You know who J-Lo was before she got with Puffy? Nobody. You were a backup dancer on and Living Color.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were a co-host on the show called Set It Off. Not Set It Off, South Central. You remember South Central? No, you don't remember South Central. The TV show, South Central.
Yeah.
You were a clerk. You was working a cashier. You get with Puffy, you wear the dress, now you blow up. That's what this is. It's a clown show. If they're so serious, if they're so serious in love, why you ain't got no ring?
Well, they just started dating. It's only been a couple months.
Excuses is like buttholes. Everybody got one. I don't want to hear that, dog. Because it's not serious. If I'm really with you like that, and I'm really rocking with you like that, and we really together like that, you would already had a ring on your finger. This is
only been 3 months. They've only been dating since the second, two-thirds of the season. So
okay. Let me interrupt this show for a minute. I want you to just do something. Repeat after me, man. Red. Okay, red.
Red.
Black.
Black.
Green.
Green.
What color was the grass? Right,
Wait a minute. The grass should be green.
No. Repeat after me.
Okay. Red.
Black.
Black.
Sally.
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 Green.
Green.
What color is the grass?
Green.
You're not here. All right, come on. Let's keep going in the show, man.
I'm missing something.
The missing is repeat after me. What color is the grass? What color is the grass? Repeat after me.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. That's why I said you're not here, man. Come on. You're not here today, though.
Real quick, I remember South Central. It had Williams girl in it that was in the wood. And I think Lorenz Tate was in that show too.
Lorenz Tate was in it. His sister played on the WB. She used to play on the Parenthood. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she was a clerk. You were a cashier. But until you got with Sean Puffy Combs, who was
I remember that because they was like, he said we having Black and Brown Day in the store today. Black Dollar Day. She's like, oh, in the future we're gonna have Black and Brown Day. Because what's her name? Played Pinky was the owner of the store. See, look at that. I remember that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, let's bring it back to the Super Bowl. We're gonna have one of the best, like I said, we have one of the best games in a long time. A whole bunch of haymakers and counter punches between those two teams. I wish that the old offensive coordinator was still there with Kansas City. I think that's gonna help a lot. But some of the biggest things they've been talking about this week is the practice facility fiasco, the 49ers at UNLV with the bad field, and the Chiefs at the Raiders facility over there living like kings, and 49ers were upset about that.
Oh, did you hear? You heard what happened the other night? Somebody set off the hotel alarm, and Christian McCaffrey's kind of pissed. Yeah, right. That remind me of when Miami played Oklahoma, versus number 2, and they had what's his name, and they called the hotel all night and dined, and Sturt told him, what's his dude name? Bo Jackson ran him over. And he was supposed to have been the next.
Oh, Bosworth.
Bosworth, right. And they called and told, man, when you watch that part of the U and they show that segment, man, it's so funny, man, because they was like, my man was like, Brian Bosworth, see you at high noon. They say Melvin Bratton was throwing stuff through in the background, crashing lamps and everything. I was like, man, because that's what they do. We talked about this on the show prior. They want to hype up not the African-American athlete, but they want to always put that one Caucasian athlete like he just the best thing since sliced bread. Man, Bosworth was trash. He was trash at Oklahoma. He was trash when Bo ran him over for Seattle.
I wouldn't consider him trash. I would consider him a good player that got a little bit too much hype. He could play the game, but he was not as good as everybody made him out to be. That's why he didn't stay that long in the league.
So okay,
he was pretty decent. I'm not saying he was a bad player.
If 10 was the highest, you said he wasn't a bad player. So if 10 was he was good, what was he then?
7.5. 7.5.
Heck no.
Yeah, I would give 7.5. Yeah, but at the same time, he was always hurt because he was on the juice. So yeah, he was. I consider Boswell a good middle linebacker. Not a great middle linebacker, but a good middle linebacker.
I give him a 6.
I will give him a 7.5. But maybe
college or pro.
Oh, in college he was like an 8, 9, but he had the team around him. When he got to the pros, he was definitely a 7.5.
He was always hurt. College.
Bosworth was the man in college.
Did you not see that Oklahoma-Miami game? Did you not see? That's why they called it the U. Did you not see that?
I saw the game.
And you still say he was an 8, 9? Yeah,
I'm talking about, we got to look at the whole career. That one game he was trash, but we talking about his whole career, though.
You're not here today, man. Hey, Kurt, log out and come back in. Man,
I'm here. I'm talking about his college career. For his college career, he was 8, 9. Easy, 8.59. No. But that one game, yeah, he was terrible that one game.
No.
Because everybody was focused on putting him on his butt. That, of course. But in the NFL, I would say he's a 7.5, but he was always hurt. He never had an opportunity, in my opinion, to flourish.
Huh? Okay. Right. So you said in the NFL, he never had a chance to surely flourish. But I think Bo ended that when Bo ran him over.
That's one of my favorite plays of all time.
Yeah.
I never forget that. Yeah. So my 2 favorite plays on Monday Night Football, what's the name going 99 yards and Bosworth getting ran over. Those are my 2 favorite plays.
99 yards. Who's the 99 yard?
Not Emmett, but the running back for the Cowboys that ran 99 against Minnesota.
99. What was that? Mark Allen? Was that Marcus?
Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith ran for 99?
Before Emmett Smith. The running back before Emmett Smith.
Who was the running back for the? It was Marcus. Who was that? Wasn't it Marcus Allen before?
No. He played for the Cowboys.
Marcus Allen played for the Cowboys. No, Marcus Allen didn't play for the Cowboys. It's Dorsett.
When Dorsett ran 99. Those are my 2 favorite players. Yeah.
The Joe Theismann ain't your favorite play on Monday night neither.
When he got hurt.
Yeah, when LT that not it. Come on, man. That gotta be top 5.
I can't call that my favorite. I'm
not saying favorite as I wanted to see Joe Theismann get it. No. I'm saying that kind of made me even question, do I want to play football?
I just remember him going. I remember watching that play. He coming around the corner and he heard it. And all of a sudden LT was like, I was like, oh Lord.
Nah, that's one of the best that camera away. Yeah, that was one of the best to play that game.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, that's. I try not to remember that, but that was a right play. But of course, we're gonna come back. We're gonna get our predictions for that game. For the game at the end, we got some college basketball predictions. We're gonna move forward to college football, and we got it's coaches. These coaches they on the run. Wink Martindale is going to Michigan. The former defensive coordinator, excuse me. He's at Michigan now because their former defensive coordinator is now with Harbaugh with the Chargers. Chip Kelly resigned as the head coach of UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at OSU, at Ohio State.
Okay.
Last week we talked about that.
When I saw you when you sent me the prep for the show, I say, you know what? If I'm Ryan Day, count your days, dog, because he about to take your job. Watch. He gonna take his job. You want to know why? Who gonna call the offense?
He brought him in to call it.
Chip Kelly. Yeah. Okay. What did Chip Kelly do at Oregon?
He did great at Oregon.
What you think he about to do with them? He about to take what? He gonna take his job. Right?
I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. But I don't see that happen. Because Chip Kelly wants to go to the NFL to be an offensive coordinator. He wanted to get away from the full-time duties of being a head coach in college, dealing with NIL, dealing with recruiting. He just wanted to coach. But he wanted to go back to what he did in the NFL.
You had to coach a job in the NFL.
He got the Ziggy because he didn't know how to treat the players in the Eagles. That's why he wants to be.
I'm saying you had that opportunity. So what make you think you're going to get that opportunity again?
There's a difference between being a coordinator and a head coach. He wants to be a coordinator in the NFL where he can just coach the offense. That's all I want to do. Concentrate on the offense.
Okay, so excuse me. So he becomes the head coordinator at Ohio State. They go out this year. Cause I don't know if you've seen their schedule. They played nobody. Yeah, so right. they let's say November 30th, they mopped the field with Michigan, 54-7. I'm just throwing the numbers out there. Mm-hmm. They fire Ryan Day, and they say the job is yours. But here come the New York Jets. We want you to be our offensive coordinator. You think he's gonna turn down OSU for the Jets?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, because he soured with college when they talked about firing him mid-season because they were like what at the time 5-4 at the time, something like that, 5-3, and they said they were supposed to be undefeated. Then he goes to USC and beats the hell out of them. So okay, your job is safe now. They was ready to do him like Herm Edwards and walk him off the field.
Right, but at that
time, he was like, I'm not dealing with this college stuff no more. He just wants to coach.
Okay, understood. Your top, when you come on to college football, your top collegiate programs, it would be OSU, USC, Lincoln Riley. I mean, you could have said Michigan because they won it. Sarkisian coming up. Alabama was there at one time. Okay, you mean to tell me they're gonna say, here's the keys to the Golden Dome and he gonna leave? No, he's not gonna leave. He's gonna be like, all right, let me try this out for a year. Now, once it starts to tank, he'll bust up. He's not going to turn down no OSU job. And the keys to Columbus, no.
I don't know. I don't see that happen. I don't see him. I can see them offering it to him, but I don't see him taking that job. I don't see him taking the job, quite honestly. We'll just catch up with a couple thoughts. We're gonna leave the last word to Automotive Observer about the Black History Month. This is perfect. There was a time when Black people were never included as doing anything historical. Let's not forget that. You're exactly right for that. We're gonna leave it right there. She's I don't know if it's he or she. Automobile Observer, KC for the win. Willie Rogers with a great point. Chip Kelly is a good coach and an awful person because he can't relate to the players. It's been well known that he's a little on the different side. Much like the Coach Smith at MSU, the one we just hired, they said he's a little different. And I think Willie agrees with me. He won't be at OSU for long. I think to me that's just a stepping stone for him to go back to the NFL to be a coordinator. A lot of these coaches now, Chip Kelly's been college and pro 20 years now. So he's seen the changes, how he's had complete and total control, Nike back and Nike money, 30 uniforms, get these kids in here. I can win 10, 11 games a year, no problem, to where, it's the parity with the NIL and it's a big difference. So I can see him wanting to just go to the pros, coordinate, work on third down on Wednesdays for 6 hours. Stuff like that. I can see that. I can see him doing that because and why? Because I got to have sort of the same perspective. I've coached. I'm not currently coaching volleyball this year, but I coached for many years, dealing with the kids are always the same. Every year, no matter what, kids are the same. You're gonna deal with the same issues with kids. But when you add that with dealing with parents and the parents' expectations, and then the program that you work for, how well they're gonna back you up, if they're gonna back you up, and then they want you to run a certain type of system, which is all that goes with it. But at some point, you get to the point where it's like, I just want to coach,
Right.
or it's time for me to step away. So I understand exactly how he feels. Everything changes over time. Everything changes over time. All right, that's our college football segment. Don't forget, once again, to click like, click share. I keep putting the book in a different place every time I start talking.
This guy, man, this guy's not here today. He's not here.
Yeah, I'm not going. You're right. You know why? The when you get thrown off, when your mindset say 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden the internet buggies start acting crazy.
Internet gremlins, yeah,
Gremlins and buggies.
Oh, yeah.
We know that Marcus wrote the book. I don't know what I did with it. The dang book. It's here. I just had it. See why?
He threw it away, man. That's what he did. He threw it
jump
away.
up and find me right in the middle of the segment. But go get the book. And don't forget to click like, click share. We want to thank everyone who joins our Facebook group. And also want to again congratulate the Glue for winning the you pick them on the last one. We got another one going for tomorrow. Don't forget to make your prediction on the Facebook page of the closest to it, or if you win it outright, send you a nice little something for your shopping addiction. Yep, send our merch and the shopping addiction. We get you right. But just thank you for being a participant. And so right now we're gonna jump into the NBA. Oh yeah. The Pistons.
I'm gone, man.
Oh yeah. they 2-3. Are the Pistons better than the Bucks right now? We got a better record than the Bucks over the last 6 games than they do. What you think, man?
They don't play no D, man. The Bucks don't play no D. You gotta play D. You got to play D. It's not Doc. It's not nothing. You got to play D. And until they start, you know what's sad? You fired Adrian Griffin and you were 30-13. Mm-hmm. You went out and got a /X broadcaster / your coach, and you're 1-5. And the
31-18. 31-18. Right. In the same time, the Pistons have gone from 6-42 to 8-43. So they've won 3-3.
That's pathetic, man.
This is going 3-3 over the last 6.
You was better off hiring Austin Rivers, his son. You was gonna do that. They don't play D. Everybody was talking about, oh, they need help, they need a wing. No, you gotta play D.
Yeah.
Dame ain't playing none. Dame ain't checking his bags. So you not getting
when we come on the pregame pre-show, how they got Pat Bev over there. Pat Bev, he bringing he in the huddle trying to direct.
It's gonna be a clown show, man. Pat Bev is trash, man.
I'm not saying he's not, but he's still a good leader. Once upon a time, Pat Bev was lockdown defender, one of the best top 5 defenders in the league. You know, everybody, Father Time is undefeated. So at this point, he's on the backside of his career, but he's still understand and know the game and understand, hey, you got to play this defense. So for him, if he's going to come in and be that kind of a player to help set his teammates in the right order, that's fine. Because, you know, he trying to get that championship before KC, before CP3. Because, you know, he want to make sure that he rub it in his face a little bit. Right now, they both even money on not getting it as opposed to winning it. They both even money on, in my opinion.
Pat Bev and Giannis' brother gonna get into it. Watch.
I wouldn't doubt it. But Giannis' brother don't need to be on the team.
Yeah,
they quoted him last week talking about there's some trash people on the team. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you trash, but you dead weight.
Like, dude, you're only relevant because of your brother. You're only on the squad because of your brother. I'm sure that was in the contract. I'm sure it was.
If not, my brother, is he even in the G League?
No, his brother plays for the Bucks.
No. If he's not on that team because of Giannis, is he even in the G League?
Well, see, I was watching a clip, and they were saying in the G League, his brother plays like that. Like what he playing now. Like he trash in the G League. So I don't know. Maybe he's still in the G League. Because I mean, the G League, what is that? Like,
It's three of them. It's three of them. It's Giannis. It's Dionysus. Adonis. He's the one that's with Giannis, and it's another brother. I think he's the one. He was on the team at some time at one point too.
He was all three was on. Yeah, because one of them was with the Lakers with LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they ended up cutting him. So I'm just going to say, and I'm sure we both agree, or we both might agree to disagree. You're only relevant because of your brother.
Yeah, we agree.
Your brother is the star. Y'all two are bums. Y'all just like for real. I mean, like, and then he just got mouth. If you ever look, it's like, dog, somebody. He just got mouth.
But I have to say it this way.
Okay.
That's the African/European. If you ever hang out with a lot of Africans, they're not afraid to give their opinion on nothing to nobody. Okay. They un-Americanize. If it's an opinion, you about to hear it. You might not like it, but it's coming out the mouth. Okay. And even if it's relevant or not relevant. So that's that side of it.
Okay.
So they're not like us over here who've been beat down over the years, who think before we speak and come don't even realize we yes a boss and we think we ain't, but they ain't doing it because that's not their nature.
Okay.
So that's where that comes from. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying he's dead weight on the team that he really shouldn't be. I'm not saying make him one of the designated practice guys. Keep him around that way. Keep a check on him. I understand that part. You want to make sure your brother makes some money too. I get it. I would want to do the same things if I could for my family. You want to keep him around.
Right. But that way ain't got to be hitting me up for no money.
Keep you out your pocket. But if they don't win it, Giannis make his money. He already a max player making max money. So, but you want to make sure the gravy train keep going. You win another championship, that's more endorsements. That's more national endorsements. And then of course he's gonna sign the next big max contract. But you gotta keep the main thing the main thing. That's a big sports term. You gotta keep the main thing the main thing. And I don't see that happening with them and at the Bucks. All right, next we got the trade deadline. Pistons made some noise, a little splash. Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, Malachi Flynn, and Ryan Arca. I can't say that last name. Arcidiacono is coming to Detroit, as well as 2 second-round picks for Bogdanovich and Alex Burks. The Knicks. Everybody's talking about how it was so great for New York to get Bogdanovich and Burks, and they said Pistons got fleeced. Yes, it does help the Knicks in that. Excuse me. They got hurt players over there. They got somebody that can come in and put up 20 for the Knicks. I get that, and Burks is a good complimentary player. But it seems like the Pistons have a habit of coming up with them picks. They getting players and picks out of everybody. They probably got a good 15 picks in the next 3 drafts.
Have you seen
not including their regulars?
Have you seen the video where the guy is telling Cade they need to trade you? And he like, yeah. Have you seen that video?
I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I figured you probably did.
Oh, I'm about to find that.
He's in the game playing, and the dude is sitting courtside. I want to say they playing here, but I don't know. I don't get me. But when you see the video, he like, hey, Pistons need to trade you. He like, yeah. I don't even want to play with you no more. Real talk. Yeah.
Well, but I guess going down the line, he's eligible for his rookie contract is up this year. So I guess that lets you know that he's not coming back.
Yeah, boss.
I always said that I hope that he would give he would do the grand heel with the sign and trade, but he might not even do that.
He's a bust. I keep trying to
I don't think he's a bust. I don't think he's I don't think he's a bust, but I think he's gonna put up numbers. I think he'll be a good complimentary player for a team in terms of if he's gonna win the championship, he won't be the leader. He'll be the 2 guy or 3 guy in terms of scoring, but I don't see him leading his team to the championship.
Bust.
That's probably been my thought. And they also waived Killian Hayes. way Killian Hayes. As I look at Killian Hayes, kid got talent, but he hasn't put it together on the court. He's literally just waiting. When you bring in 4 people, 4 for 2, 2 people got to go.
This reminds me of Bonzi Wells all over again. It really does. Bonzi Wells got drafted by Joe DeMars. He ended up trading Bonzi Wells to Portland. Every time Bonzi Wells played the Pistons, he gave it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had a game under 30. And I know Joe D probably still toss and turn at night. The reason what Troy Weaver said was that the jump shot never came with the game. That's why he released him. But yet, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. But yet, you kept him when Dwayne Casey was the coach. Make that make sense. So now that Dwayne Casey ain't the coach, and what's the name's the coach now, Monty Williams, you were the GM then. I don't get it. But then they asked him too, do you plan to still be the GM? He said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he goes. What are you gonna say?
They done up these last couple of games, and boys out there balling. My plan is coming together. So what, they lost 40 in the middle.
That's all it is. You just don't have a serious owner. You don't have an owner. The owner don't care. Mm-hmm. But the Tom Gores don't care. This is just something to do.
He came in the beginning talking tough, how everything's gonna be this and that.
Right, you don't care.
That. Seemed like he just came. He disappeared and came back with a nice little tan, and that was it. That was it. Greg say about time about Killian Hayes going. I look at the human side of it. I hate to see anybody having to go, but that's business. If you're not producing, you got to go. Man. That's how it is. Pistons have had the best 3-game stretch since the beginning of the season. They started the season 2-1. The last 3 games, they 2-1. I know I was joking around last week when I said, we're gonna have a resurgence of the Pistons, but it looked like they have a little mini resurgence. So they're actually 4-1 over the last 4 games, if I remember correctly. Something like that. Definitely 3-3 over the last 6. Wow. So hey, and what's the boy? Jaden Ivey has been given a lot of leadership. He's been doing a lot of great leadership. He's been doing very well in terms of his leadership with the team. All right, that'll be. All right. Let's see. We're gonna jump into women's sports news. The first thing I saw when I go to do my research, NCAAW is on the crawl on ESPN. So remember, I was talking about how ESPN talk junk about being serious about women's sports, and it's not even part of their main topics that when you pull up the page, is up there now. I don't know if they heard me talking about it or if enough people complained about it, but when you go to plain ESPN, I'm pulling it up now so I can just see what it looks like. Let me go to the main one in terms of what to say. The top ones are NFL, NBA, NCAA and men, NCAW women, NHL, and soccer, which is different. That's the first time I've seen it like that. Normally, NCAA men go back and forth for college football. But NCAA women, I've never. Knock on wood. And my memory, hoping my memory is serving me correctly. NCAA women, I don't think it's ever seen that up there. NHL coming back and forth for MLB, because MLB will go back and forth with NHL, which is understandable. And soccer stay up there because they preview the Euro leagues as well as the MLS, so the soccer stays up there. NFL, NBA doesn't move either, no matter what the season. So I'm glad to see that they are putting their money where their mouth is in terms of if they're going to promote them, that they are going to put them in the main crawl. Next, we got Miss Caitlin Clark. Miss Caitlin Clark is now 39 points away from breaking the all-time record for points. The young lady that who's up there ahead of her said that she's glad that she's going to take the record. She said it was a stressful time in her life when she was in college, trying to play and worrying about stuff like that. So she's glad that she's going to take that over for her.
No, Kelsey Plum.
Kelsey Plum. She said she's very happy for her, and she's looking to do that. And is this the year of the freshmen? We got Juju Watkins putting up big numbers at USC. Hannah Hidalgo is killing them down at Notre Dame. And I was going to put Sanaya John there at South Carolina, but she just got suspended indefinitely for conduct detrimental to the team. Of course, they're gonna rally the troops around that, circle the wagons. We don't know what's actually happened. I hope she comes back as soon as possible. Normally, this is me just conjecture. Normally, it's grades. When you, especially with freshmen, it's hard for them to make that transition academically, as well as socially, as well as playing sports all at the same time.
You actually got to go into class.
Yeah. Normally, what suffers the most is the grades. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's my guess. So, and also, I want to apologize. On February 7th, it was National Girls and Women in Sports Day. I forgot to highlight that. And so that's a big deal. We want to make sure, I always say we want to make sure we highlight women's sports every show, because we don't talk about it. Nobody else, I'm saying nobody, but very few will on this show every time, other than somebody dealing with somebody like Jamel Hill. Of course, she's going to highlight it. And but she talks about the men just as much too. Men's college basketball, is this a make it or break it game for Michigan State today against Illinois? What you think?
Yeah, because that Minnesota hurt. That loss to Minnesota early this week hurt. They was rolling, and then they just keep hitting bumps in the road, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna go back to it again. I'm gonna say it again. They don't like each other.
Yes,
if you watch them, okay, answer this question, and this is I'll fix it for you. If somebody got into a fight on the court, do you think they would fight for each other?
They're not even. See that?
No, because you know good and well what I mean when I say that. And when we play, if your teammate, when somebody bucked up to your teammate, you had their back. Do you think they would do that for each other for Michigan State?
It depends on the players. But I mean, like, do I believe Tyson Walker would help? Let me see. What's the dude name? I can't think of the dude name. Carr, the dude that always be dunking. Yes. Do I think Carr would help Tyson Walker? Yes. Do I think Hogarth would help Tyson Walker? No, I don't. I don't think Walker will help Tyson Walker. I don't think Tyson Walker will help Hogarth either. No.
Okay. Right.
When they're out on the court, I don't see that gelling. Like with Isaiah and Joe D, you seen that gelling. With Magic and Byron, you seen that gelling. I don't see that with them. I see it's like, nah, dog, I ain't see you. But I see you, but I ain't gonna pass it to you.
That's my thoughts. That's the point I want to make. I don't see that kind of camaraderie with them in terms of no matter who it was, if somebody step up to you, other than the Michigan State game, if you playing old Northwestern and the kid that always scoring all them points go up and dunk on somebody and hang on the rim and put his Lord another reason in his face, is it gonna be a fight? No, it won't be a fight.
Well, you gotta look. This ain't the first time that happened in East Lansing. Because according to reports, rest in peace, Adrian Payne and Keith didn't get along. Keith Applin didn't get along. That last year, they actually came to fisticuffs. So this ain't the first. They kept it in house, but it leaked out. But what I'm saying is, this ain't the first rendezvous in East Lansing, and that comes too with time. Time, I told you, man. These kids, this generation, not our generation, this generation. They calling home the mama. Hey, Coach Tom cuts me out in practice. And then the mama calling the AD. Nah, man. Nah. That's not the same guy that was in your living room trying to get my man to come there. And they don't get that.
So yeah, that's why I say it should be a succession plan. I think every AD should have a succession plan on every coach that's there that they're responsible for at all times. Because at any time, at any day, somebody might get fired for something as little as she said something too evil to me, and now I'm leaving. Now your star player leaving. Now because your star player leaving, we kind of back up the star player, and now we got to get another coach in there. So that's the nature of the beach right now. Right. All right, everybody. I have it on good authority that we got good graphics right now, and we're gonna go ahead and take our quick pause for the call for Stupid Sports News. All right. So the Internet Gremlins have been defeated, and Marcus is on the job. He got that done. Thank you for it, sir. I don't have a lot, but the two I got is pretty funny to me. The first one, grown men were booing me. Who gave us that quote?
Grown man who? What?
Grown men were booing me.
I don't know. You got me. Who was that?
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was getting a kick out of the fact that when he went back to Philly, that they booed him for him being of all his. Well, I can't say it didn't. He wasn't feeling bad. He didn't have depression, that his back wasn't hurt, stuff like that. But he got a kick out of the fact that even now, after all these years, they're still booing him. Yes, they're going to boo you. That's what they do. That's what they do in Philly. They boo everybody in Philly. You're not special. They boo the referee. They boo the mascot. They boo the player. They boo the coaches. It don't matter what sport it is. I don't know if you remember.
He Ben Simmons, though. Man, he Ben Simmons.
Yeah, of course he Ben Simmons. He's going to be one great Lightning Bolt. He was supposed to be a part of a group of guys who was supposed to win it all. Yeah. But he averaged 0.0 down the stretch. And he averaged more time in the basement gym than he did on the court. So of course they're gonna boo him. But this Philly's a whole different animal regardless. Yeah. If he came to Detroit, he wouldn't get as booed. They would still boo him some.
Man, they would still boo him.
Once the game going on, they would let it go. But from the time you step out of the tunnel, you step on the court, you catch the ball, you get a rebound. You're gonna get booed. They're gonna boo all the way through for you. Right. That's just what they do to Philly. And it don't matter the sport. Football, baseball, hockey, it don't matter. That's what they do. Because I don't know if you remember me posting that thing about when the Phillies lost in the championship, in the league championship before them to go the game for them to go to the championship game, and they were going off. They was going off on the team. They was going off on the GM. They was going off on everybody.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you did post that, right?
So that's Philly. So I just thought it was funny that he would say, "Grown men were booing me." Yes, they were. They were. I'm a grown man. I'll be booing sometime. Right. I don't know what I would boo him if he was on my team. Probably, but probably not. Willie says Ben Simmons is awful. He wasn't good at LSU. He's not good at the NBA. He's just god awful. I would get rid of him. Well, he's had his stretches. He had his stretches where it seemed like once he didn't take that layup, when he had that open layup in, it seemed like nothing was right for him after that. But this is my favorite one because I don't have a lot. I couldn't find a lot. I think we're going to have to start including Club Shay Shay in Stupid Sports News because, of course, Shannon Sharp is a former sports person, a sports player now. He's he does interviews and stuff. He's on the media side. And it seems like every time somebody come up in there, but afterwards there's going to be some fights. He had Cat Williams in there. He had Steve Harvey up in there. He had Cedric Entertainer, and they all had different things to say. This week he released Monique, and there's some more stuff going on. It's almost like the WWE. It's like I got it. Shay Shay is the new Mean Gene Okerlund. That's who he is. Mean Gene. Well, this comedian right here, he ain't no good. He be lying, and he did this, he did that. Oh shoot! I got my turn. Right. I just thought about that. Shay Shay is the new Mean Gene Okerlund. You go see Mean Gene to hype up the wrestling match.
Right. Yeah. Well, Hulk Hogan and all them. You're right.
Yeah, back in the day we used to have Bobo Bazile when he first started to Jimmy Superfly Snooker to the dog. What's his name? The Junkyard Dog, all the way up to the Hulk Hogan, through all the guys we retired with. So that's what I'm gonna start calling it. Shay Shay, I'm gonna send you an email. You the new Mean Gene Okerlund. You get them all riled up before they can go out and fight. Even though they ain't no real fisticuffs. But that's what we're going to start doing, and we got to start paying close attention to that. All right. Red Wings are 26-18-6. They still haven't played a game since they've been on hiatus due to the All-Star weekend. They'll be back sometime soon. Last week in our predictions, Felix was 3-1. I was 1-3. And one last question before we do the predictions. Who you think will be the MVP, sir, of the game tomorrow? Where you go? Oh my goodness! Internet Grimmel strike again. I think I said who I said will be the MVP of the game tomorrow. I said Chris Jones. Chris Jones gonna be the MVP. I think he's gonna have one great defensive game for the Chiefs, and so I'm gonna get to our predictions before we do the Super Bowl. We want to do a couple college games. Illinois and MSU. MSU was hosting the game, so I got them by 2 points, 90-88. It's going to be a high-scoring game for MSU. Hopefully, we can get Felix back so we can give his predictions. If not, I'll make sure I post them. And let's see, TCU Iowa. It is in Iowa. Let's see. I like TCU on that game. I like TCU 85-77. And we have Baylor versus Kansas. And it is in Kansas. Last week I made the mistake of going. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, quickly. We doing our did you get the question? Who do you think will be the MVP of the game tomorrow?
Tomorrow. The All-Star. Oh, you talking about the NFL?
Yes.
Mahomes.
Okay.
Mahomes.
I said Chris Jones. Jones from Kansas City. All right, and Illinois MSU. What's the score prediction for the game?
Where that game at? MSU?
Yep, Illinois MSU. At MSU.
Where? Oh, is that MSU?
Yes.
Give me MSU 71, Illinois 63.
Okay. I said 90-88.
Who?
MSU.
90?
Yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game. Game.
Okay.
You look like okay.
Okay. What's that saying you say? We shall see with the blind man.
The blind man to the dead dog. All right, we got TCU Iowa. Who you got? It said Iowa. I think it's Iowa. Iowa State. I'm sorry, it's Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State, Texas Christian. TCU. Give me TCU 72-63.
I said 85-77 TCU. And Baylor, Kansas in Manhattan.
No, Baylor and Kansas got to be in Lawrence. Manhattan is K-State.
I'm sorry. My bad. Lawrence, Kansas. My bad. Lawrence. My bad.
Oh, man, you already know where I'm going. Give me KU 89-75.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Kansas this time. I'm not gonna be dumb enough to go against them.
I told you that's a special place, man.
77-63.
Okay.
All right. And so let's see. Big game tomorrow. Big game. Let's see who you got for the. Okay, I know you already posted your score. What score did you put for the Chiefs?
Give me the Chiefs 21-17. I just got off the phone with Patrick Mahomes. Said he gonna cut me a piece of that State Farm check.
Okay, I did it by the averages.
Oh God!
I did it by the averages.
Here you go. Watch this.
Now I averaged both those games.
Okay.
Kansas City had 3 games, and San Francisco had 2. And if I go by the averages, 29-24, San Francisco. That's the average. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I think the Kansas City going to win because every time you bet against Kansas City, they win. I'm going to go Kansas City. It's going to be a big – I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. 38-37, close game down the stretch. 38-37, KC.
Well.
It's going to be close. Okay, close. It's going to be close. It's going to be somewhere up in there. It's going to be a big score. It's going to be a big score. All right. You want to go? We want to do the live thing again, halftime, and then after the game again?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So take a look. Be on the lookout for us. We actually gonna set it up like this. We're gonna do it on the restream side because I messed it up last week on the Facebook side. I don't want to have to do 2 shows unnecessarily at the end. We're gonna go 5 minutes after halftime and 5 minutes after the game, I'll be at a Super Bowl party. But I was able to do something last year, so I'm pretty sure I'll be okay with this year too. All right, young man, you be safe. Have a great day, and we gonna be back here tomorrow. Be back here tomorrow. Y'all have a good day, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Willie, Greg, Automobile Observer. Anybody else I'm missing out there? If you was watching.